Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim Classic video. You join us from the teeny tiny Glasgow subway route, and we're here at St Enoch, which is sort of the station for Glasgow Queen Street, and we're going to be heading all the way around the loop on the outer circle to Buchanan Street, which if we went the other way is one stop. You can see from the maps here, Buchanan Street, that's for Glasgow Queen Street, but we're going all the way around. Yeah, literally all the way round the wrong way to then go to Buchanan Street. So let's get going. To press the ATO start button, and off we go. It's got a window on this as well. There you go. Got a bit of fresh air in.
Bridge Street, next stop.
Bridge Street's the next stop. So you can see on the map here, so yeah, we're there, that's St Enoch, so that's Glasgow Central, and we got to go to Buchanan Street, but instead of going literally like 20 seconds this way, we're going all the way around the ring. Another little Glaswegian adventure. So in the previous leg you would have had Neil, he did the little Cathcart circle, just to add a bit of Train Sim World to the mix, and then I thought, well, bit of Glasgow subway, do a full loop to get to where we need to go. Showcases another really good route, and this one's by Thompson Interactive, this one as well. This is Bridge Street, and it's easy because we don't have to drive either. So press T. Sadly these trains don't run anymore. They got new trains now on the Glasgow subway, which I have managed to go on. I haven't been, well, I never managed to go on one of these. And this is the interior as well. There you go. It's quite cool. Oh, and also on this train, look, just open that up if you want, and also this door, get that open as well if you want. Right, we are good to go, so we'll press the button, the magic button, and off we go. There is an option to drive manually on this route, but realistically ATO. So there's the map again. That's the Glasgow subway, and there's the depot there as well. Which is the only part of the route which is actually above ground. The rest of it's all underground. Check the audio as well. Just going to pop that down just a little bit, so it's a little bit noisy. Yeah, this is leg number, ooh, what's this, 14, 13 possibly? I have to double check. But of our big sort of ambassador journey from Penzance up to Inverness. So I'm recording this one actually before the next one. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure who was going to do the Glasgow subway, but no one put their name down, so I was like, oh, I'll do it. It's only a short little one, about 20 minutes or so. Yeah, we got some lovely guys joining us for the journey. Megasim, Tintin, Richie, Train Simulator Driver, and Neil TV8 as of at the moment. Right, and let's get going. Michelle will complete a big journey from Penzance to Inverness, which is quite a long way, all across the UK. But yeah, just going to quickly get out what leg this bit is. Is it 13 or 14? This is, yeah, leg 13, this one. Or stretch, or journey 13. Yeah, on the lovely Glasgow subway. So imagine we've got off at Glasgow Central, walked down to the subway, decided, you know what, let's go the long way round. So that's what we're doing. To get up to Glasgow Central. I mean, you could walk it in about 10 minutes from Glasgow Central to Glasgow Queen Street, but let's take the subway. This is Shields Road. So a light here for Scotland Street School Museum. Is that an interesting museum? One of the coolest things about the Glasgow subway is the branding on it. The tickets are so cool. I've got them somewhere. Somewhere in my room. But yeah, the tickets are really cool. Like literally some of the coolest tickets. Just trying to get some sort of shot. But yeah, the branding is quite strong. Which is awesome. See, we're rolling forward slowly. That's a train sim classic thing. It does that. Right, press the button. And away we go, up to 54 kilometers an hour.
Next stop, Canning Park.
Next stop, Canning Park. Yeah, I've ridden on this route between, was it Cowcaddens and Kelvin Bridge? But it was really weird though, because we stayed at a hotel in sort of the centre of Glasgow, and then within like a 5-minute walk was Cowcaddens, and it was like, wow, this is, you know, out there, not the city centre anymore. Yeah, it was a funny old place. Oh, speeding up quite nicely. So we've got a fair few stops. And this is tinier than the tube as well. Like, you think the London Underground is small. This is smaller. I don't think I could even stand upright in the train carriage when I went on it, and I'm near enough 6 foot. But so yeah, don't think I could stand upright. Here we are. Well, that's not claustrophobic though. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you wouldn't get claustrophobic on the Glasgow subway. Well, I don't think you would. So who's been on the Glasgow subway? Go wait for the doors to close themselves, as it's sort of a default train. And this route's on the Steam store. I think it was Thompson Interactive's. No, they did Alloa and Dunblane. I think this was before that.
St Enoch, next stop.
St Enoch, next stop.
St Enoch, next stop.
Cool. And they do that in real life. Even the new trains, I don't think, had any announcements. It was just the guy at the front going, Kelvin Bridge, next stop. Yeah, next stop. You gotta have trust in the system. Cool, and here we are. What was it, Kelvin Grove? Hang on, let's have a look. Where did I go? There's Cowcaddens, so got on there, and St George's Cross. We'll just stop there. Yeah, Kelvin Bridge. Yeah, that is where I went. As there's an art. What was it, Kelvin Hall? Hang on. No, I think we could have got off at Kelvin Bridge. Yeah, I think we could have, because there's like an art gallery, or like a museum. And I think we could have got off at Kelvin Bridge, but then you'd have to like walk through a park, which it was like a really hot, wet and windy day. So it was like nah. So I think yeah, we then took it to Kelvin. Hang on, what's it called? Kelvin Grove. Kelvin Hall. And then walk to the art gallery or museum. It was pretty cool.
Next stop, Ibrox.
Next stop, Ibrox, which is that one football Edinburgh. Rangers play, don't they? Yeah, Rangers. No idea why Edinburgh came to mind. Yeah, that's what a Rangers player, isn't it? The Ibrox. Oh god, if I've got that wrong, I apologise. So I know there's quite a strong. I'm not into football or anything really, but I know there's quite a strong distaste between those two teams, isn't there? Celtic and Ibrox. So I hope Celtic. Yeah, Celtic Park. That's the Celtic Stadium, isn't it? No idea what that is. Here we are. So you can see we've got a fair few stops to go. Govan, Partick, Kelvin Hall, Hillhead, Kelvin Bridge, St George's Cross, Calcaddens, and then I think it's then Buchanan Street, which is where we then get off, walk upstairs to Glasgow, Queen Street, and as they're literally right next to each other. And then continue the journey over to Helensburgh Central, Helensburgh Upper, which I do in the class 156.
Ibrox next stop.
No, Ibrox. Wait, you're lying. It's not the next stop. Hang on.
Ibrox next stop.
Hang on, is it?
Ibrox next stop.
I thought the next stop was.
Ibrox next
I thought we just stopped at Ibrox. Okay, remember we didn't. Oh, we don't. That's why you got windscreen wipers on here as well. Well, I suppose you. Well, at the depot. The depot is the only place which actually is here. You've got the line off up to the depot here. It's probably the only place you'd need them. And to get dirt off the front. Yeah, that's the depot up there. Because originally, I think until what, the 70s or so, they had to lift. I think this gap here actually, this bit here, they had to lift trains in and out of the subway with like a crane for years. Which is like, wow. Yeah, Govan. Oh, he's lying.
Next stop, Ibrox.
Oh, wait, he's lying. That's Govan. Trying to trick people. Cool. And that's a fairly regular service on this route as well. There's a train every sort of 5 minutes or so. I don't know how busy it can get, because when we went, there wasn't, well, many people on the train. I suppose at rush hour it might get fairly busy. I don't know. What's the Glasgow subway like? Does it get busy or not? I mean, on football, I suppose it probably gets fairly busy. Right, let's go.
Ibrox next stop.
No, stop lying, Alan.
Ibrox next stop.
Something's happened with it. Hang on.
Next stop, Ibrox.
No. Let's try again.
Next stop, Ibrox.
No. Oh well, no announcements. I can do them instead. Next stop. Soon. That would do. And it's also in kph on this route as well, which is sort of a bit weird. Yeah, in kilometres an hour. Almost seems like it would be or should be in miles an hour, because it's like 18 kilometres an hour, which is probably what? 15 miles an hour? No, probably not 15 miles an hour. But yeah, and then you got like 54 kph. So a bit of a funny number to have at us. It's just steep up here. Oh, look at this. It's got a roller coaster. Here we are, next stop though. This is Partick. So we could have actually just gone upstairs from here. Yeah, I could have done that actually. But that's not as cool though. Yeah, so you've got the high level station above, and that's the line to Helensburgh. But that would be to Helensburgh Central, not Helensburgh Upper. That's where we're going, at Buchanan Street. You can see St Enoch again on there. And they've both got the National Rail symbol. As well, yeah, one's Queen Street and one's Glasgow Central. And of course Partick for Partick Station, which is just upstairs. And again, you can drive this train manually. You just got to flick it from A, what it's in now, for automatic to, well, forward. I suppose, yeah, hats off to the drivers who do drive this route in real life, as I can tell it's probably quite repetitive. Just going around in circles all day, well, ATM as well. And if there are any Glasgow subway drivers watching, what is it like to drive this? Is it quite a high turnover rate for sort of new staff? Like, do you sort of... It probably is quite like that. It probably is quite like that. So people come in, do this for sort of a year or so, and then go on to maybe train driving or whatever. Or to mainline driving. They were rolling, but that's train sim. That's just a TSC thing. It does that. There's another service. Was that a double unit in some way? Hang on. No, it wouldn't be. It was like there was like another cab there. Hang on. Did they used to be two coaches then? Yeah, you got like a cab there, so they must have extended it once upon a time. Cool, right, let's get going. Hillhead next. Just got to press the button and off we go. Easy. Let's try the announcement now.
Hillhead, next stop.
There we go, he's back. Hillhead, next stop. Plus we've got the tail light on, but not at the front. Do like the track joint sounds on here though. They are rather nice. Cool. Because I think there's only been ever 3 stocks or 3 different types of trains on the Glasgow subway. You had, well, this stock, which I think is 1976. Is it 1976 stock, this? And then I suppose the new stock, which is like the last year or two. Here we are, let's do the doors. And then before that you had like the original stock from... Why is the train... Even though, what the hell? Hang on, I'm just going to save it because I don't want it to... They were still moving even though all the brakes are on. This is weird. TSC. That's really weird. I'll get parking brake off. And off we go again. What was I saying? Yeah, I think... When did this line open? Like the 1870s? Or 1890s? So the original stock was used right up until the 1970s. Some really cool videos on YouTube from, I think, British Path, or Pathe, how do you pronounce it. Also, yeah, the original stock on here has been like a vintage experience. Because I think they also had guards on them as well, conductors on the really old stock. As if they got phased out when these came in. Let's try the announcer.
Kelvin Bridge, next stop.
Kelvin Bridge, next stop. Might as well go on one of the passenger views. We don't really need to drive the train on this, so... Here we are. What is that? Dancing on the... Oh no. So they were dancing or something there. Here we are. This is, yeah, this stop. Kelvin Bridge. They're very jolly, don't they? Happy to be on the subway. Look at her, she's loving it. Absolutely loving it. Alright. So you can see the amount of stops. So you've got St George's Cross, Cowcaddens, and then Buchanan Street. So we haven't got too much further to go. And then we've done it. Then we're on to the next leg of the journey out of Glasgow into Helensburgh Upper, and then onwards into the West Highlands with Train Simulator Driver. So, well, I'd like to think we're nearing journey's end, but realistically, I mean, it's not. No, it's not halfway. Well and truly over halfway, but there's still about another, what, 4 hours up to Mallaig, and then about another 2.5 hours from Carlo Locals to Inverness, which is like almost like a little bonus, that bit. So there's about another 6 hours left of route to go, and I assume it's been about 10 hours already or so. So yeah, over halfway, but still a long way to go. The UK sort of just keeps going up and up and up. And we're not even going right to the top. Like Penzance is like quite close to Land's End, which is, you know, as far sort of west as you can go in the UK. But Inverness, from there it's still about 100 miles or so, I think, up to Thurso, which is right at the top, sort of near to John O'Groats. But we don't have that on Train Sim, so can't do it. And the car alarm was a bit of a bonus as well. I was like, do we add it or do we not have it? But then considering it's not that far from Mallaig across the water, it was like, yeah, go on then. Yeah, Cowcaddens after this. So we are getting there. Headlamp. We need to have that on. We've got the lights on at the moment. Headlamp. Probably should, shouldn't we? Right, let's get going. I haven't driven this through, I think, probably about 2 years. Actually, the first came out, did it then, haven't played it since. What was it like before without that on? Oh, literally makes no difference. As we head on through. Cool. Let's get the little announcer.
Next stop, Cowcaddens.
Next up, Cowcaddens. Speed's coming right down to, what's that, 18 kilometres an hour. Bit of a slow bit coming up. Okay, another train in there. And after this, it's on to the final stop of Buchanan Street, which is about, well, literally right next to Glasgow Queen Street. So out of there, walk up to Queen Street, and then yeah, onwards into the diesel. Which I suppose, yeah, it will be the first diesel train since, oh, depends what everybody uses. I think Paul's used the Flying Scotsman for Preston to Carlisle, but that's steam. But in terms of diesel, I don't think there would have been any diesel since Mega Sim on the Great Western Main Line, I think. Now we wait. Come on. This funny little horn thing. Buchanan Street, right, let's go.
Next stop, Buchanan Street.
There you go. Let Alan can say it. But it's a cool little route, this one. And it is the full Glasgow subway. It's got ATO, which is cool. Again, you can drive it manually. But of course, in real life, the ATO. I suppose it's probably the closest you'll get to what the Victoria line would be like on Train Sim Classic, or even on Train Sim where I'll just sit in here, press a button, off we go. Like, it's alright to do it a couple of times, and after that it's like, nah, don't want to do it.
Next stop, Buchanan Street.
Buchanan Street. Pretty smart system though, the ATO. Let's do it again.
Next stop, Buchanan Street.
Next stop, Buchanan Street. And here we are. Sort of, it's just like an island platform here. Like an island on that side. Oh, we're kind of a bit quick into here. And we're all good. See, we're all good. Well, there you go. We now walk upstairs to Glasgow Queen Street. And if you continued on for about another 30 seconds, you'd be back at St Enoch for Glasgow Central. But yeah, that is another leg of the big journey from Penzance to Inverness. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Links can be found in all the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as for the previous leg, what would have been with Neil TV8, and the next leg, which is with myself again. See you all and take care. Bye, guys.